The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
We don't really have a beer cracker for
No.
no. Well, what are you gonna do?
Nope.
As you can tell, we're at the Hideaway today.
On location.
On location, tour around the nation. Beastie Boys always on location.
And our wall art for the booth that we're sitting in, it's like
Tom
is it
Petty.
Tom Petty? Is that who that is?
I said Tom Penny, who's a professional skateboarder. Tom Petty is who it actually is. Dude, I think I told you about this. My sister's mother, which sounds weird because we don't have the same mom. My sister's mother, she used to tour around with Tom Petty, and yo,
What happened?
gotcha.
Oh,
dude wants a lighter. Yeah,
There you go.
But she used to follow Tom Petty on tour, and like, no, thank you, man. And she would like go to like every show, and
I've always admired people that were able to do that.
well,
I mean,
who the
it's
hell has the time?
It's a lot of traveling too.
Who has the time or the money to follow a band on tour? I've done it through through Florida. Like I've followed a few bands, Leftover Crack.
Well,
who
if
else?
it's like in like the tri-state area, that's not so bad.
What is the tri-state area? Isn't that New Jersey, Connecticut, New York?
Well, just like actually, I thought it was like maybe just like a course of 3 states. Any 3
It's
states.
any 3 states.
Is it? No. You know what? Tri-state area might be one area in the United States.
I was always under the impression, and let's just be honest, I'm usually wrong about things. I thought the official tri-state area was New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, because they all touch.
Okay, yeah. Tri-state area is an informal term in the eastern contiguous United States for any of several regions associated with a particular town or metropolis.
So it could be Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, or wait.
Yeah, it could be Connecticut, Maine, New York, New Hampshire.
Do you think Florida, Georgia, not Louisiana, what is it? Arkansas, like what the fuck is right there? If you're living in that part of the region, though, you're not smart enough to use the terminology. You're not sophisticated enough to be in the tri-state area.
Well, that's what I just thought, like state,
no,
3
that
states
makes way
area.
more sense.
Like
That makes more sense than what I was saying.
That's what I thought, anyway. But
Episode 245? 245 of What's a Fuss podcast.
244 is coming out, like, pretty close to 245.
Yeah. We're going to
So-
do a back-to-back for you guys. We did one last week, and then I had a rough week, which we'll get to.
We had a rough before starting this show.
Yeah.
You broke my vape pen.
I did.
You bought me a new one.
Let me hit that motherfucker.
I appreciate
now that.
that.
We're not, like, right outside my daughter's window. I was worried about that getting high.
Yeah, we decided to come to Hideaway because we were starting to get rained on just a little bit. And we're like, let's be real,
Yeah.
we're one of the homeless podcasts in town.
Yeah.
We don't have a home, really.
Well, we have my studio in the house. We could have gone there.
Yeah, I guess it's more funny to informing, like...
We got the AC fixed. The whole place is cleaned up. You're not gonna... Okay, so... well, here, let me finish the intro. Episode 245 of What's a Fuss podcast. My name is Rocky Soka. I'm the host of the show. With me, as always, my producer, John Hanna.
You want to kick it off with a shot?
Oh, hold on. I'm ripping my headphones off my feet. I got
Cheers,
excited.
sir. I had Jameson, and you did Fireball like a weirdo.
And then I
Ugh.
Hold on.
The Fireball has never been good to me.
Hold on.
That's the most unkind shot you could have picked.
Also, I forgot that I got Fireball, and I was expecting whiskey.
Oh. And that was a big boy. That's not a small shot. That's why I still have some in mine. I take half shots or I
That
sip it.
hurt.
I can imagine. Because it's like the cinnamon and shit makes it burn, but it's alcohol.
No bueno.
It's liquor, so it also burns on that. You got like double burn, dude.
Ooh,
And I'm pretty
it makes
sure-
my beer was tasting so good before that too.
I feel like you already deal with like acid reflux and shit. So
Yeah, you would think. As I'm like literally eyeballing some hot sauce that I'm about to fucking down. We didn't order.
No,
but that's fine.
they knew you were going to want that, though.
They know goddamn well when I come, dude. The first thing that they do when I come in the door here, they pull me out of PBR. I don't even have to order it, and the hot sauce is already coming on because they know. Because I do this all the time. And it was funny because she's like, I haven't seen you in a while. I've been sick, and we haven't been around Orlando.
Well, getting out in general is kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's starting to open up a little bit now,
Well,
thank God.
So I'm an early riser, and before I started this new job, before I would start when I was doing like handyman shit and whatever, just kind of doing stuff off next door, making hand over fist, by the way. But I would come up here and because you can come to Hideaway, as you know, because we used to do this every Thursday. We used to come to the Hideaway every Thursday at 7, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, and get fucking hammered.
Because that was when I was getting off of work, working overnight,
and you would just come straight to my house, maybe catch a nap on the couch.
Yep.
I would wake up slowly but surely, and then we'd go fucking start drinking and stuff because it was my day off and your day off, and nobody else. Who else has Thursday all day?
Yeah.
It's just a weird time.
Now the schedules have been a little bit more inconsistent, and with just everything going on, you've had one job after another.
Dude, it's
like I feel like you've been jumping around a lot lately.
You know what?
But people need jobs need people right now.
I don't like doing that, but honestly, so in those jumping arounds, I've gone up $5 an hour.
Well, because we're at the point now where you can kind of choose what you want to do.
You can nobody wants to work, which is what we were about. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Because that is very real, dude. That is a thing right now.
It's been pretty crazy at work because.
Is it a generational thing, or is it just because?
I have to assume.
I mean, some of it's probably the pandemic and people being slightly scared. Some people are still intensely fearful of this thing, even as it's starting to regress.
I don't want to say where I work. I'm sure you can figure it out if you really wanted to, but I work at a really big bar. A really big bar.
I thought you were about to spill your drink as you said that, too.
No.
I was like, well, hopefully not the bartender.
Take a sip.
Yeah. No, but it's...
But so I'm old... So here's the thing about the restaurant, the bar industry, the whatever. It varies from people that it's their first job when they're 16 years old to people that are 50 and still bartending or cooks or
been doing it their whole life.
Yeah, and so I couldn't specifically pin it on generational. I want to. Your natural instincts will tell you that the younger generation, because we had to talk about this earlier today. Because we cannot get the younger people to work. We can't even get them to actually show up on day 2.
Well, everybody wants to take the easy road or become a content creator or have the next viral TikTok account,
which is rare.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Yeah, you're shooting for the stars.
We know literally all of them by name. That's how rare. That's a fucking entire planet full of billions of people, and we know all their names. And we'll get to the Jake, Logan Paul. What is it?
Jake Paul and Ben Askren.
We'll get to that too later on, which I know he was an influencer or whatever. And but we'll. So I can't specifically, even though I want to blame it on the younger generation, but I gotta tell you, no one wants to work. No one wants. If it was a generational thing, we'd have a bunch of older people back in the workforce or whatever. But people have been hanging out doing nothing for 365 fucking days.
Yeah,
and they don't want to go back to work because no one's. I mean, a lot of people have died. I don't want to say no one's died, but if you've been fortunate enough not to be hit with COVID, specifically the virus. Everything's fine. You're just at home.
It's
nobody that I know is homeless. Everybody figured out a way. Now they're depleting their savings, but they're getting soft. I even saw it with myself. I was getting soft for a little bit. I was getting very comfortable hanging out. But you know me, I was on vacation for a whole year before COVID. So I've had 2 years off. I've had 2 years off.
Must be nice,
Must
Rocky.
be. Gotta tell you, it's scary as shit, though.
It was.
It's scary because we didn't plan for that. We had a lot of things that we were going to do, and one of them included not completely depleting our savings accounts, both of us, because we paid off everything expecting to go back to work, and as we were leaving Texas, Louisiana, and ended up in the Keys, that's when COVID hit, and we thought we were going back to our jobs and our steady income and our whatever, and instead we came back to nothing. My girlfriend, luckily, she was able to work, but we had literally just paid off all of our cards. We spent all of our money. We paid off every ounce of debt. As you remember, we I bought my house.
Yeah.
And then we paid off all the debt. We had a whole bunch of stuff. I put all my money away.
If you could go back, would you do that again? Or
Hell
would you,
fucking yeah.
Yo, I was gonna say, pay it off. Yeah.
I can make more money.
Because that has value to it anyway. If you are, owning a house or owning a car or whatever, and you pay off everything that you need to, that's its value.
So we talked about this earlier when we were talking about martial arts. One thing that you cannot buy or teach is experience. And so as the Dead Boys are fucking blasting in my ear, this is what I used to listen to when I was a kid.
That is going to be a thing. There's going to be music through the whole podcast in the background.
But so you can make more money. I do okay. I'm okay. I'm not starving. I'm eating steak. But one thing that you cannot take back is you have a Las Vegas sweatshirt on. One thing that you cannot do, you cannot buy for all the money in the world, is being in Las Vegas on fucking Halloween night on Fremont Street right before COVID.
Yeah.
I
It
traveled.
is a wild scene.
I went from Massachusetts to California and everywhere in between right before COVID. Do you think I would give that experience up?
Well,
not for all the tea in China.
You just have to make sure you remember it.
Oh, I remember most.
It's very easy to get loose.
I remember large chunks of it, and I took a lot of pictures.
Yeah,
You
and
go
my
on my
friends pieced
Facebook.
together the rest.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I see a lot of pictures from those times, I see the pictures that I posted on Facebook and that I remember and that I took. What I forgot was that the whole time that we went to West Virginia, and then we went to LA, Vegas, and we almost went to Colorado, but we got tired. But my buddy Steve-O was snapping pictures the whole time. He's not a big...
That's clutch.
He's not a big internet guy. So he didn't post all these pictures that I did, and he's got an entire different set of memories than I do. So while I was taking pictures of mountains and deserts and stuff that I'd never seen before, he's got us in and out. And a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, and they're not even you set up for the photo or anything.
No,
pose. It's you take them when nobody's looking. You don't even know that they're getting a photo.
So I'm the total hey guys, let's take a selfie, whatever. I'll tell you. Usually, I'll tell you when I'm about to take a picture. I'm not gonna sneak it up on you, Steve. You just turn around. There's a camera in your face.
See, that's what I like sometimes. I like those people that are just when you do you least expect it.
You would be like that too.
They're capturing the moment.
Coleman's more, I think, like me. He's like, let's take a picture. Here's me and my three friends.
Sometimes he gets me in pretty not vulnerable situations.
John, you are a silent assassin. You're sneaky fuck.
Oh, well, I'll do it too. Yeah.
Our prank war got...
I'm not guilty.
Our days of Hideaway, hanging out here up at Hideaway, our prank war got so bad, there was almost casualties.
We had to raise the white flag on it for a second.
Yeah, we kind of had to go... Dude, it was getting...
I just don't want us to get into a car accident or something because we want to be
getting
dumb.
there. It was getting there. It was getting to car accidents. It was getting into we were, I don't want to say everything, but let's just say sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's just that kind of, we were really pushing a lot of boundaries.
Yeah.
And we were just making menaces all around Orlando.
Yeah, that whole sex, drugs, rock and roll mantra. People always think that that's me. They're like, oh, you skateboard, right? No. Oh, you must play guitar then. No,
stoner.
Yeah, I swear.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing or what you want me to do, but that's not me.
I'm thinking about getting another skateboard because I'm not going to be doing any tricks or whatever.
Grinding rails.
Well,
bro.
I've always been a skateboarder. I was a professional skateboarder actually for a few years. I lived in a skate shop for 2 years when I was in college. Right before college. I took a year off, and
you worked in one or lived?
I worked in it, but I lived in it.
Oh, okay.
So I would wake up on the couch and just open the door, and smoke would billow out, and people would come in. It was so typical
That's
stoner.
A sitcom situation.
I swear to God, it was.
You're the one that lives upstairs.
I slept on the mini ramp in the back.
Wow. Ever get a skateboard? Anybody land on you, not realizing you're sleeping there?
Oh, I got
early in the morning.
I got 3 stitches on the inside of my lip because I felt like such a bitch going to the hospital for 3 stitches. But I took a skateboard to the lip. I've broken both my feet, my hands, my legs, my arms, my tailbone.
And I'm over here
all skateboarding.
Never broke a bone in my body.
Bro.
Blessed. I am so blessed.
Skateboarding injuries are real.
Oh,
Because
no,
it takes
no
a lot
doubt.
of coordination, and I was a fucking stoner. in
There's
high
no way I
school.
was ever going to skateboard because, like, we were talking about this also a little bit, but, like, I didn't even like getting hit in the shins with a yo-yo. You know, so no way am
like
I
the
about to go
pain.
off a ramp.
I like the pain. I remember one time I fell. We were jumping from like one parking garage to another, so nearly a story, and it was really bad asphalt. It wasn't a smooth shit. As soon as I hit, because the ground was so gravelly, I just flew forward into an oil stain, put my hand down, and when I picked it up, a chunk of meat, and I'm not talking about skin, meat was missing out of my hand.
And, like, all oil seeping into it. And
Bro, and you know what the real problem was is all that slippery ass pollen was in there too. And then it just gets messed up. I remember one time I tried to do backflip on a bike, and it did not go well. I did not do it. And cool. I landed upside down, kind of like on the tire or whatever. So the ramp hit the tire. The tire moved this way, and the handlebar stuck directly into my stomach.
Oh.
And there was no stoppers on the end of it. It was just metal straight in. And I remember I called my mom. She pretty much told me to go fuck myself. She didn't say that, but she couldn't help me.
Well, she's got the experience to know that you do this shit all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So what I did was I went to this is
Can't
how
teach
long
that.
ago, this is how long ago this was. I went to Steak and Shake, got a cherry Coke, and then I pedaled my ass to the hospital where they stitched up my stomach. That was that was 13 stitches. I've got a lot of stitches.
Yeah, no, I bet you have.
Yeah.
I bet you have. It's amazing how much with the amount of sports that I played, that I've been able to kind of eke by with, like, little minor injuries.
I was not a graceful fella.
No, you're not. You're not light on your feet.
Even as a skinny dude, because I was always the smallest guy. Everybody always thinks because I'm big now, that I was always like this. My girlfriend has a problem with this sometimes because to her, I'm this big giant man who's all protective or whatever. What she fails to mention or fails to realize is I was the smallest kid in high school. I was the smallest kid in middle school. I was the smallest kid in elementary. I was always the smallest kid. And then one semester in college, it was literally one semester. It was like literally like I got into college, this small little skinny emo fuck.
Oh, is that when you hurt both of your legs or something?
I broke both my feet.
Yeah.
I one skateboarding and
one.
one in mixed martial arts. Somebody broke my leg for me.
Boom, all the weight.
Yep, yeah. and so before that, I was, eating pizza and wings and drinking beer. And I think I was like 22, 21, 22. I was drinking a lot.
That's usually around the time that people say, like, oh, yeah, you're going to start to put on weight. It's like you get out of high school, and if you don't go to college, then it happens when you get out of high school.
Never thought it would happen to me.
Oh, I don't think it'll ever happen to me, but I could be speaking too soon.
I hope not.
I could be speaking too soon.
You'd be a weird fat guy.
I think
you
I
would be a weird
right?
fat guy.
Because I like having the ability to, climb, and because I'm a tree climber. I'm a tree climber. I'm a fence hopper.
What?
I don't know.
You're
Don't
climbing
take those
trees and
terms
hopping
wrong.
fences?
Don't take those terms wrong. But yeah, I like to be able to do that stuff. I like my ability, my mobility. I was going to say my ability to be mobile. My mobility. I like that. I like being able to move.
What fences are you hopping?
All the time.
Oh, you're
in yards and shit.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes I just climb the trees for fun, while I'm waiting for something to happen.
You're like Michael Jackson. Don't you climb trees? No, we got bills to pay, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, I really thought I would have been hurt a lot more growing up, but I'm a lot lighter on my feet than you are, because sometimes, I can be walking around the house.
I used to be a graceful little ninja and still get a rock in my eye.
Dude, and maybe this happened to you when you were younger, but you don't even try to scare people, but you just walk, and I guess my footsteps are a little quieter than most people's. So and then I'll walk into the kitchen or something, and Sam's brother's in there or my girlfriend's in there, whatever.
Oh, you sneak up on him?
And then I scare the shit out of him. I didn't even do anything. I just walked in the room. How's that scare you?
I'm a big flat-footed fucker. You can hear me a mile. Plus, also, so check this out. So on here, I'll put it first. So this is my keychain for those of you on camera.
Oh, that's like your dog collar right there.
It's a big old thing, and it's got literally a lock on the end of a chain.
Hold on, rattle that for a second.
Straight metal chains.
That's jangly.
Even my actual house key is a beer opener.
That's like borderline janitor.
Well, also I have this lock on the end of chains because I get into a lot of fights. I
Yeah, you got these huge hooks. Why does everything have to be so heavy?
I got 2 knives on me right now. I usually carry a gun. I have a lock on the end of a chain, and also I have another chain on my other side. And I was walking through, at my work. There's lots of kegs. as you can imagine, it's a fucking big bar. And I'm walking through, and so both sides of the aisle, there's kegs on both sides, and I'm clang, 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 clang on both sides. And somebody looked at me, and they're like, do you have to be punk all the time? You have to be punk, like, at work? You have to be punk now?
Right.
Is this the time? Like, you got chains hanging out. You're, like, physically dangerous. You have
a
knives.
set of wind chimes on your hip. What is that? Who does that?
Always.
I mean, I have.
I can't sneak up on nobody.
I have some weapons, but like I hate to keep them in plain sight or like anybody even know that I have them.
Oh shit! I'll keep my gun on my side and fucking print. I don't give a shit.
We
if you
were
see it.
crossing the street to come over here, and like the way our mobile recorder is, inside, it's in
you
this
were
little,
worried about a gun case, and I'm not.
That's what it looks like.
I'll walk straight into a bar with. I don't care.
It looks like it, and so like I just don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Yeah,
you know
what are they
I mean?
gonna do? Cut off one of your fingers? What can they do?
Well, maybe our
Kick you
consideration levels are different.
Yeah,
and I'm just
sure.
overly considerate.
Yeah.
And you're a dick. No,
Yeah.
no, you're not that bad. You're not that bad.
I don't like to think of my dick as small. I like to think of it as a rare albino miniature only found in the southern states of America.
For its weight class. There's divisions, I feel
A
like.
rare albino miniature. It's a welterweight. Peace, man. What are you giving me the peace sign?
Yeah. 2 minutes. I don't. Yeah. So I don't know if you're gonna order food.
Yeah, we'll order some food. We'll
do.
figure it out.
Do we even have room on the table for any of that?
I don't know.
I know for sure I want another beer. Probably not another shot.
I definitely wanted to. I'm probably not going to take it
seemed like the fireball hit wrong.
The Lord forgives.
It seems like that one hit wrong.
He is a forgiving God. We'll get to some cool stuff. John and I, before we got here, we talked about religion. We talked about the working class of today.
Yeah, wild.
We had a
conversation is so deep.
We had a wild conversation, all because I broke his vaporizer. Is this thing working? Because I didn't get a hit on it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's working. Oh, well, it might have. That's a new one, so the battery might have died on it.
Never mind. Got a hit on that bad boy.
Oh, yeah. I can turn the voltage up, too.
So we will be back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
This is What's the Fuss, episode 245.
We'll be back after a word from our supervillains.
Because I smoke Sensi, it's not a war anymore, it's becoming a atrocity. A million different people, the truth finally comes. We're all pounding the same beat on different drums. To the government who lies to our children, help us rebellious that there's another side of the problem here. Oh dear, now your kids are living fear. We scream and pray you hear. Everybody's running and everybody's coming and everybody's got something to say. You get caught with wig and be back on the street. Is that the price you must pay? I want to fly away from land when I'm safe to stay. I want to get high today, but lately I'm too afraid. the reggae music crank loud. Whoa, well, everybody's up on my throat. If you're a doctor or a lawyer or a cop, if life is a big fast flip, take a big fat whip on this chronic shit. No time to rise up against them. Rude boys been charged by the system. All I can do is resist them, but I'm tired of being the victim. Boy, dead from them police violence. You get involved. That's more guilt till you're conscious. The voice that you cannot silence.
All right, we're back.
Heyo.
Doing good? Doing well?
2:45, feeling fly. That doesn't rhyme.
Are you doing? No. It would be 2:45, feeling alive.
Ooh, much better.
Staying alive.
Mine's like
Staying
a
alive.
slant rhyme, like
Little bit.
like wizard and scissors.
It's like jazz or like even some forms of hip hop where it doesn't really need to rhyme as long as you pretend it's deep,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I was listening to Sex and Candy. Is that Marcy Playground? I was listening to Sex
Yeah.
and Candy, and it's like, who's that? Like he says like something here, but he doesn't say here. He says like hair, and just so that it
Yeah.
can rhyme with chair. And I'm like, what's going on? Hair? Who's that lounging in my chair?
Yep. And then
It's like,
Opie and Anthony had a term for it called shoehorning.
Is that what it
where
is?
you shoehorn? You have to shoehorn something into. Do you want to take a shot?
Yeah, let's start off with that. Freaking fireball.
2:45. Loving your bros.
I'm not going to be alive long after
No?
this.
You good? You're not all right?
No, just 2:45.
I was
not
about to say,
alive.
we got some editing and some axe throwing to do. It's Orlando City's first day.
Oh, man.
Cheers.
And-
I think we already did that, but whatever.
Full
Fine.
day.
Cool, yeah.
I don't know how you take the whole shot. Those shots are big.
I thought that's what you're supposed to do is take the whole shot.
Well, it is a shot, but it's a big one.
I've been drinking a lot longer than you.
Yeah, you want to talk about experience?
Yeah. There was a time. It's so weird that I ended up being like a chugger, like on the chugger site, and like a big like beer chugger. Like I just get it over with, wait for a while, get it over. I don't sit around with a beer in my hand, let it get warm. Even though I am one of those oddballs that doesn't mind a warm beer.
Yeah, you don't. Which is, I don't know. I mean, there are a few beers that taste not too bad.
I don't care
if they're warm, but like, no. Most of them, it's just not good.
So-
and it gets you more fucked up, I think.
Does it?
If you drink, and through a straw. So if you drink warm beer,
Jesus Christ! Well, I gotta
and
draw
through
the
a
line
straw,
somewhere.
right? You might as well. You gave me a Truly earlier.
Yeah. Well, I just got those from the store. They were buy one get one free, so $14 to get 24 beers.
And you used to buy those like fruity Seagrams. It was either Seagrams or what was
White
it?
Claw.
Oh no, no, it was like rosé something too.
Oh my
you were
God.
corny, bro. You had-
Rose or go gay. I forgot all about. Oh wow.
Sometimes your taste gets a little fruity and corny.
So yeah, we were doing the show. All right, so I'll tell you exactly how that fucking little endeavor stopped. So
Yeah, why did you stop that?
it's all right. It's just overindulgence. When man,
like how quickly it sneaks up on you? Because fruitier stuff, you don't notice it as much when it gets you.
You were there for me during a weird time of my life, and I don't know if you remember when so this is right before both my parents died.
Yeah, I had poor timing becoming friends with you.
Yeah, you did.
Should have did this a few years ago.
Yeah, you and I became friends literally on my best friend's funeral. That was the day.
Hey, second on the depth chart. Somebody had to replace him.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
stepped right in, didn't you? I went to
Call me Philly Billy. I'm Philly Billy.
I like that.
That's what
cool.
I am.
Philly, but I went to, what was it? Siesta Key. I went to Siesta Key with Berto. Alberto's one of my best friends that I've ever had in my life. He's part of my drinking club, Brew Crew. Yep. And Great guy. I just love him to death. I love his family. He's a great guy. So I was going through a really rough patch. Both my parents were about to die. They'd just been diagnosed with cancer. I was going through a lot, and I was like, I need a fucking vacation. And so we went to Siesta Key, and he loves ciders, and so did I at the time. And we were drinking a lot of Angry Orchard Rosé.
That's what started it, yeah. The ciders.
Well, no, it didn't start there. It ended here. So we'd been drinking these for a while because they're really, we drink them for different reasons. I drink them because I'm a chugger. I just want to, get it down, get it along with my business. I'm not trying to sit around all day with a beer in my hand.
And, I mean, it does taste great.
He drinks them because at work he sweats a lot, and you can't, like, if you drink beer, you smell like beer.
Right, yeah.
And if you drink rosé, you smell like nothing. So he could drink those all day without stinking like an alcoholic. And I just liked them because they tasted good and they were delicious. They are delicious.
He smells like a crepe myrtle tree, and you're smelling like a bag of garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were doing the rosés, Rosé or Go Gay, and we went to Siesta Key. And it just so happens that every bar in Siesta Key had rosé there. So, I mean, Siesta Key is a great place. I would 100% recommend getting an Airbnb for a weekend, driving out there on a Friday, driving back Monday morning. You take off Friday, you take off Monday, and you get yourself a 4-day weekend.
Bookend it.
I would suggest going to Siesta Key for a nice staycation. A couple miles away, no big deal. We actually drove there after work and stayed for a long weekend. It was great.
So you're binging on this fruity beer.
We're drinking rosé in the sun the whole time on a 4-day fucking Coke bender, by the way. Let's just be honest.
Okay, well, that don't help.
Yeah, it does not help.
It sounds like you kind of saturated your taste for it, because like I did the same thing with chocolate. Now I don't like chocolate anymore because I had so much of it.
Oh, I love a
few years
Reese's
ago.
cup. I love a pretzel Reese's cup. Oh my god.
I killed chocolate for me, man. I went too hard for like this period of time.
Yeah.
Where now it's like the idea of it is kind of like, ugh.
Well, mine's cocaine and rosé because that weekend that's all we had for dinner, breakfast, and he wakes up.
There's
early
a lunch
too.
in there somewhere.
Yeah, lunch was chicken wings. It's always just chicken wings, And we were finding all these cool ass bars and like all this, I mean, it was a really fun time.
No, I don't doubt. Yeah,
but
I don't doubt
during,
that.
You can only cough up so much of this shit out of your nose before like you can't take it anymore. We talked on the last show about how I don't like maple syrup because I threw it up out of my nose.
Well, because when it catches up with you, you can either decide to power through or kind of cut your losses and kind of call it.
There's a stink in your head that you'll never get over. You'll never, like, once you've thrown up something so bad, bacon's one of them.
Cheetos.
Cheetos. I guess I've never thrown up Cheetos.
If that powder's coming out of your nose, you'll never want them again. I promise you.
Oh, I've passed this habit on to my daughter, by the way. Now she's going, she doesn't like something because I do it all the time. If somebody says something I don't like, they're like, If you say you either voted for Trump or Biden, I'll be like, who? And now my daughter's, yesterday I said something. And we were watching Bob's Burgers, and I forget exactly what happened. I think I was like, I don't mind the fan art episode. She's like, bleh. I'm like, listen, fucking.
I'm waiting for the day you guys jinx on it.
Listen here, you ungrateful motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so we had a few things to get to. I don't even care anymore. I was a little stoked about talking about the workforce and all that stuff like that. There's a few.
We're in a weird time with
are.
the job market, and like
it's a little.
It
weird.
always used to be like, oh, gee, finding a job is so hard to find, and you can't find one within 50 miles of the area, and
now
it's impossible.
And now nobody can find a fucking good worker to show up on time.
Yeah, now the employees are like, I don't want to go back. That's a mixture of things. Some of it is the stock playing. People are manipulating the stocks a little bit and making money with that. Stimmy checks.
Some people doing great during COVID.
Yeah.
Comedians are doing great during COVID. And kind of a little segue into this. I kind of want to know what you think about this story.
What story?
I've made. Well, I'm trying to preface it because I've made my opinion clear on this guy, but it's been a long time. So, Bert Kreischer's making a new movie
Okay.
about the machine story, which everybody and their fucking mom has heard.
He's been riding that train. Which I think there's actually
Literally
a physical
and figuratively.
train. Yeah, I was going to say.
So, Mark Hamill is going to star in the movie. Mark Hamill, meaning Luke Skywalker.
The voice of Joker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will be. He's going to be his dad.
Huh.
Huh.
I'd have to see what Bert Kreischer's dad looks like.
Yeah.
But he's obviously going to be crazy if it's Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's, he's a really talented person, but he channels like this inner psycho. When he wants.
So Bert Kreischer's dad actually sounds kind of cool. He did a lot of. He did he ate some edibles with Joey Diaz.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Here's another thing. So everybody knows I don't like Bert Kreischer. Bernd Chrysler.
Toyota.
Don't like him.
Ford.
I got him doing for like a month, and then I heard every joke, and then that was it. The guy is limited.
And
Limited.
yeah, for me,
to
the
say
comedy
least.
doesn't.
He was funny for literally 3 weeks, and that's
Dude,
it.
Well, it's hard when you're a stand-up comic. If
No,
somebody has
Doug
heard
Stanhope's been doing it for fucking 4 decades.
Well, no, but like it's the same thing with Kevin Hart. People are starting to get kind of sick of him. And
I always thought Kevin Hart was pretty funny.
He's funny, but like now
A
we're
gimmick
seeing
gets old.
the same deliveries. This like not the same stories, but it's all like the same inflections.
Chappelle preached about this. He was
Chappelle is endless.
worried about that.
He is
he
timeless,
was worried
endless.
about that, though.
He's so legendary. So if he says that, I probably would take that as truth.
But
He's too good. Too
don't
good at
like
what he
Bert
does.
Kreischer, and also I don't like whoever the fuck we were about to talk about. Joey Diaz. I don't like
Joey
him at all.
Diaz.
I can't
Yeah.
He may be funny, but I know too many people like that. Like he tells stories that like I've heard before. He's like, one time we did drugs and I got my dick sucked, and I'm like, okay,
You and 2 million other people.
don't care. And his voice is so horrible, I can't listen
That's
to
a
him.
preference thing, though. I mean, other people would find that like, oh my god, the way he talks is just so funny to me. Ha ha.
He
ha.
sounds like honestly, if he just went, I would listen.
Clear your throat, buddy.
If he just went one time, just went.
Yeah. No,
I would listen to him.
You know, it is like a weird.
New York.
I find myself sometimes like even
dick sucker.
like watching old Mitch Hedberg stuff, or other comedians that like I know what's coming or I know what the joke is, but like it's kind of like The Office where you forget the delivery or you forget how it all kind of played out because there's always so much going on. And with Mitch Hedberg, it's like he has these weird thoughts.
I like Mitch a lot, but also, so one thing that I don't like about Bert Kreischer is he tries to tell you when to laugh. He tries to
Cue it up.
So even though he did not say anything funny, he gives you the cue when to laugh. Like a dog, you give a this thing when you want a treat.
Right.
Bert Kreischer gives you this voice when he wants you to laugh, so it looks good on camera.
I feel like-
but he's literally never said a funny thing.
Some comedians will do the mouth open. They'll tell their joke and then they'll put their mouth open and look around.
Yeah.
And then nobody's reacting, or maybe
Yeah.
some do because they know that that's what they're supposed
Nobody.
to do.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know.
I just if he said a funny thing, it would be a lot different. I'm not even joking because I love comedy. It's my favorite thing in the world. My favorite thing to do is sit around and laugh and watch it. Greg Giraldo, Doug Stanhope, but Bill Burr I absolutely
But
love.
you know it's opinionated.
And I even love all of Bert Kreischer's friends. I think Tom Segura is hilarious. I don't think Joe Rogan's stand-up is funny. I've never heard him say a funny joke, but I do think he is funny in conversation. And you have to be really smart to do that. Ari Shaffir has made me laugh. So everybody but Bert and I guess Joey, because Joey's not really in there. He's a little older than them. He's not really so concerned about that. He's pretty much established, and they're all established. Let's be honest. They're all driving fucking Ferraris, and obviously Joe Rogan's doing probably better than everybody.
Despite his lack of stand-up ability.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm like the same way as Joe Rogan is, where it's like I get more credit being funny in conversation than I do like here this joke I just wrote. It's going to be bad.
It's
if I write a
hard to
joke,
do.
it's going to be bad.
People, dude, That is not an easy job, comedian.
Hell
Because
no.
here's the thing. You might say, because, I mean, we all say funny shit. There's about 100 podcasts in Orlando, and they all say funny shit. I've listened to Entering the Black Hole. Everybody knows about Tom and Dan. These guys are funny as fuck. But I love
me Chico's brain. Chico.
There's a Chico's brain sticker in the West End, which I'm at all the time now.
Fucking funny.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. And that's not the only one. Mike B from Oh No Radio Show. Goddamn,
yeah.
that dude has had me in stitches before.
Don't ask me to say his last name.
Burlaroo. I think it's Burlaroo. I don't know.
There's like a U in there and like a couple of E's and A's and U. I don't know.
Him and Travis Chastain and I have a very unique thing because we all like the literally exact same music. And we all like hockey, and we all live in Central Florida, and there's not a lot of us.
Travis has been doing his chef thing.
Yeah, he's a badass. He's a fucking badass. Always like that dude. He was, so, you know what's funny is we were kind of buddies for a while, and I always thought that he didn't like me that much. But then he would, like, come at me with, like, quotes that I've said over the years, and, like, he would mention, like, my favorite show is Scrubs and stuff like that. He would do, like, Scrubs show. I'm like, this dude pays attention. He's just got a weird way of talking that made me think that he didn't like me. But I have literally nothing but great things to say about the guy, and I'd love to eat his food because his I wish I had his Instagram on file, or to. Something
tells me he doesn't like me, but I have no idea. I've never met the man. So
he might not. He might love you. You don't know with that guy because he's just like us. He's like so. You know, like. We're like really good friends, but like we're really mean to each other.
Horrible, yeah. Oh yeah,
really mean.
Right.
So, and I think maybe he's got a similar vibe. Which honestly, I mean, I actually love the guy. And his favorite team is the Minnesota Wild, who is my favorite player was on the Minnesota Wild. And I did a What's Up Doc on Funny to Informing, your podcast
episode
that you host.
176.
Yes,
you covered that documentary.
I did. I covered that documentary.
You called them the Minnesota Wildcats.
I didn't mean to do that.
We quickly corrected it.
I wasn't gonna say that because I don't think everybody needs to know. Well, we just bring up all my flaws here.
Well, now the motivation is go listen to 176. Listen to him talk about the documentary.
Like an idiot.
Watch how we correct it.
They put me in my place.
And then Coleman was trying to tell me that the Wildcats were like some other team, and then I was talking about a college basketball team, and it amazes me how many sports teams have the Wildcats as like their thing. You know?
I was
like, that is a lot.
Oh my God! I was just about to say there was a cartoon. That's the Thundercats.
Thundercats. I knew you.
Oh, fucking
that theme song. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats. I dug that. I really did dug.
See, I didn't like that particular style of animation. Like G.I. Joe,
really?
G.I. Joe and Thundercats, and even Captain Planet. I didn't like that particular style of animation.
It was Gargoyles was kind of along the same lines.
Gargoyles
animation.
I didn't like.
Really?
Nope. I liked Animaniacs and Rugrats.
One of like the cartoon X-Men's, like or Wolverine or X-Men or something was in that animation.
I was way more into Freakazoid, The Tick.
See, I have never heard of these.
You've never heard of The Head or Duckman?
I must have been on a different network.
Huh.
I know there's like the Nickelodeon.
I was big into Cartoon Network. My favorite
Nickelodeon and
favorite cartoon I've ever had. And I don't know if you can. I mean, it is a cartoon because they're animated characters, but Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you brought me
that
another beer.
I'm familiar with. Yeah. Go ahead and drink that. Squirt some.
Let's put it for the camera. X hot. They just switched it out for me. As you notice that when I come to this bar, they just bring me hot sauce because they pretty much assume.
Are you gonna hockey squirt it in your mouth?
Yep.
It's got the little nozzle. Oh, whoa! That was a lot, dude.
That was a lot.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna be able to talk? Am I? Oh, so let me find something to prepare to
quite
talk
vinegary.
us through this.
No, that was really good.
It's not going to distract you at all?
No, I love it.
If I do stuff like that, it completely, like, my mental...
Put just one little bead on your... Yep.
No, I'm not trying... Oh. I'm not trying to squirt it in my mouth like that, though.
You don't like that shit.
Oh, no. Oh,
that's good, right?
Shit. For that, it's weird. The burn is, like, at the beginning, and then it's like a full flavor.
Soup, yeah.
What is that flavor? What is that?
That's vinegar and garlic.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, vinegar and garlic. That's why I like this shit.
Vinegar and garlic, like, yeah. I mean, let's be bare bones about it. It sounds disgusting.
Garlic
good. That is really good.
The vanilla extract of cooking. Like, you can just put as much as you want.
Dude, that's not hot at all. I mean, it is at first, but
So,
it's better than having the hot after.
Here's the thing. If you have the right balance, which albeit most don't. Most people don't have the right balance. A lot of people just go hot for hot. But if you have a good balance of garlic, butter, hot sauce, extract, things can be super hot and tasty. But not everybody nails it. They nail it.
No,
here.
yeah, I was gonna say because there's a passion thing behind it, and some people try to do like the tough guy mantra of like, give me the hottest thing you have, whether the flavor's good or not, you know. And it's
so
that's where it can get
let's
lost.
Go into this because it was on Saturday Night Live 2 weeks ago. I don't watch SNL. I don't have TV.
I probably have seen it.
The Hot Ones parody on SNL.
Oh,
did you like that?
They put Beyonce.
Oh, it's so funny.
They put
Did
Beyonce.
you like that? Yeah, I'm glad you saw that.
And she's like dripping sweat. I think they put Maya Rudolph as Beyonce.
Yeah. Oh, and that woman.
She was the host that night. Flawless, dude.
That
was
woman
born to do it.
She is so funny.
Born to do it, dude.
She's done movies that I liked her in. Dude, Maya Rudolph is her name?
Yeah, she's a voice actor.
I knew her first name was Maya.
Have you ever seen Big Mouth?
Yes.
She's like one of the hormone monsters
Wow.
in Big Mouth. So funny, dude.
That's my girlfriend's favorite cartoon.
So funny. Oh my
I've watched
gosh.
a lot of that, actually.
That has a lot of
Nick
good voice
Kroll's one of my
actors.
favorite guys.
Yeah,
I love him. I think he's so funny.
John Mulaney.
John
too.
Mulaney's hilarious.
Yeah,
John Mulaney is so funny.
They have a full cast on that, but Maya Rudolph is so funny. She has such an eclectic,
Dude, that
a category of talent.
Oh man, yeah, dude. I'm not gonna go and rehash all the SNL bits because that could take all day. But that woman is so funny.
That dude is just like casually eating wings, and every time it cuts back to Beyonce in air quotes, she's dripping sweat.
Steve-O, another guy who I love, but I can't stand his voice, did a second episode of Hot Wings, and they talked about this. They talked about the SNL parody, but and Sean Evans loved the way that they portrayed him. He liked it a lot. But yeah, it was so funny. What the fuck was hot sauce. So what I was getting at is there's a lot of weird stuff about hot sauce. Like, okay, so you've had at my house, I have all the hot. I have the Bomb. I have the Last Dab.
Oh,
I have Mad Dog 357.
Yeah.
I have literally roughly how many hot sauce bottles do you think I have in my house? More or less than 30.
Shit. Okay, because I was gonna guess 35. So if you say more or less than 30, I would say over.
Yeah, I have 30, 40 different bottles of hot sauce, and they range from Tabasco. Most of them are not very mild. Most of them are hot. I actually spent. So this
in like a betting world, full disclosure, like over under 30.
Yeah,
you nailed that on the part because that makes it hard to guess.
Well, I mean, when you open up my.
There's a lot, but you don't know. It's like how many jelly beans are in the jar.
There's two separate cabinets, and also, so check this. I mean, I know you got when I went to Louisiana, I went to the Hot Sauce Museum, which I've talked about, and I bought so much hot sauce that I didn't even leave the store with any hot sauce. I had them shipped back to Florida in two massive boxes, and each of those boxes were about $200 a piece.
That's what I remember. You were ordering them on such a they probably almost thought that you were like a bar or restaurant ordering the hot sauce because you were ordering it on such a mass scale, like almost like an invoice, like inventory.
I had a great time there. I had a great time there. So this was literally, I'm talking about 3 weeks before anybody had ever heard of COVID. This is back when they just had sauces out, and then you grabbed a chip and dipped it in and ate it. Or you grabbed a pretzel and you put it in and ate it. Or so everything in the entire store you can sample. The middle of the store is a big, giant tasting rack, and all around, and the stores in Louisiana, everybody's been there, are very, very tiny. This place is massive. This place was massive. It was like, so most places in New Orleans, if you're in one of the side streets on... I feel like such a tourist. Right in the French Quarter, there's these little streets, and there's there's a street here, a street there. Shop on one side, shop on the next. This was the whole building through. It was very long. No, it's just a long, straight building, and the entire middle part was stuff that you could eat. You could eat everything in the store. So by the time I left there, not only did I not need dinner because I'd had so much chips and salsa, spicy spicy green beans, jalapenos, okra, mustards, just mainly hot sauce, peppers, actual pickled peppers. I love pickles. By the time I left there, I was full, and I had spent $5,000, and I left with nothing because I bought so much shit they had to put it in massive boxes and ship it back to my home state. And then when I got there, I had to tell my roommate, "Hey, there's gonna be 2 massive bottles of hot sauce, massive boxes of hot sauce. Feel free to
because he makes
open
his
it up."
own.
Yeah, my roommate makes his own hot sauce. Which is really, really good.
Really good.
So and actually, I got him into hot sauce because he's from New Jersey, and not that people in New Jersey don't eat a lot of hot sauce, but he never even thought of hot sauce before he came here. He probably never had anything more than like Tabasco or anything. He just wasn't into it, and now he literally makes one of the spiciest peppers. Actually, if you guys want to check him out, his name is Paul Lussier on Facebook, and he does make his own hot sauce.
It's like Lussier though, or
Lussier.
something. Yeah,
it's French. But he makes his own Half-Life hot sauce, which is like a mango habanero, whatever. But it's not what you think. It's not very liquidy. It's very, very thick, fruity.
I mean, to be honest, I'm a little
delicious.
bitch, and I have had it a little bit.
It's delicious.
It is good.
It's really good.
It is really good. It's kind of like the hot sauce that they brought to the table
I love
here.
this stuff, man.
That shit is really good. It's bearable.
Well,
that's what's amazing to me is that it's bearable.
Yeah.
That's what's
well, if
important.
you have a good balance, you go, okay, that was hot, but holy shit, was delicious, and that's what that's the dragon you're chasing.
It comes down to, is it bearable and does it taste good?
Which is why I'm
Yes
a
and
regular
yes.
at certain places. Hideaway is one of them, which we're at right now. Thank you, Hideaway, for letting us do this. I do love Spats. They have really good wings, and I gotta say, third. I don't want to put a ranking on it, but let's say there's a battle for first, second, and third between Hideaway, Spats, and the West End in Sanford.
In no particular order.
Yeah, but then there's a lot of other great wing places here. Like, a lot of people would challenge me on that. And I'm actually a part of a chicken wing group, Chicken Wing Eaters of Florida or some shit on Facebook. I forget exactly what it is.
Eaters
Chicken
with
Wing
the
Central
Z?
Florida. Yeah, I don't know. Look it up. You'll find it. But there's a lot, and they do a lot of pictures and a lot of ranking. Like ranking of the hot sauces or whatever, or just the wing places in Florida, and
it's interchangeable though. It really is, depending on what you're looking for.
It can change day to day. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hideaway is very. They do it right every time with the wings.
Can I get one more? Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
sure. If you're gonna twist my arm, I'll do that. Yeah.
One more before
Cool.
we wrap up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're working our way out.
Yeah, speaking of wings, ours are probably coming here pretty soon. I'm glad we did this. We barely
One
got
more
to
thing.
the
I literally just
stupid
saw it on the
price.
TV.
Oh, yeah, the Logan.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's Jake Paul. Why do you
Jake
keep
Paul.
saying Logan?
I think I'm thinking of a Logan Paul.
Well, Logan is the more notable guy between the brothers.
Oh, so I'm mixing them up then.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was 2 of them.
No, they're brothers.
So I'm just literally learning that now.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Logan Paul tried to get into boxing, didn't do as well. So now it's like Jake Paul's thing.
And that's coming tonight. As we record this, that's coming tonight. As this, by the time this comes out, this will have already happened.
Yeah, because some people listen after the fact too.
Prediction.
So there might be a result already, but I'm going to say that Jake Paul is younger. His muscles are. He's a lot more toned than Ben Askren is.
He's damn good looking.
Ben Askren has a family. He has shit that he cares about. Obviously, this is a money fight. He's getting paid regardless.
You put on your red panties.
He knows that. He has a strong jaw, but I feel like it's fallen weaker over the past few years. And Jake Paul is trying to make a name for himself.
Strong words from Philadelphia here.
I want Ben Askren to win, but I think Jake Paul will.
I'm going to go ahead and take that bet. I think Ben Askren's going to win. What do you think? $10?
10
bucks.
10 sounds fair.
Cool.
Flat.
Gentleman's bet.
Yeah, flat even, right?
A Texas penny.
Okay.
That's $100.
As long as there's not like a spread that either of us have to cover.
And I'm talking about technical knockout, choke, or decision.
You can't choke him in boxing.
Oh.
It's
This is
boxing.
boxing?
Ben Askren, that's what I'm saying. And Ben Askren is 19-2 in
Gay.
MMA, but he's a wrestler.
I take it all back. I have no idea. I don't give a shit
It
anymore.
could go either way, and I mean,
If you're not fighting MMA, your mother's a whore.
if Ben Askren beats Jake Paul, that's actually sad for him.
I no longer care.
I know, right? But do Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
I
part
hope
2.
they both lose for being pussies.
Yeah. When I was watching Mike
Can they kick?
No, you can't do nothing.
So it's not even kickboxing. It's just boxing. Like assholes from 1970.
Probably with like the high waist above the belly button, like 6 inches above
Like the
belly
Peaky
button.
Blinders.
Almost like, below the nipple. So body shots are like up here by your nips.
Might as well have training wheels on your bike.
And I don't even know what the ounce gloves are. Maybe 8-ounce or 10-ounce gloves.
Who gives a fuck?
Boxing? It could go either way.
Man, I am like really let down.
They're trying to bring interest back to the sport, but I feel
There's
like
no rules in fighting. You should be able to knee each other in the balls.
Well, no, because some boxing is good. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. That's a good fucking
I think you should be
match.
able to bring a knife in the ring. I don't. I think literally gunfire is the only.
A razor blade.
I don't give a fuck. You can dip your gloves in glue and glass.
Yeah. Well, there was one guy who actually got arrested for doing that. It was years and years ago.
Powdered glass.
He took the stuffing out of his gloves. So like by the end of the fight, this guy was like swollen, like under the eye, above the eye.
Yeah, it's
bruised
like,
over here.
It's even been on The Simpsons or whatever. Bricks in the gloves.
Yep.
People would put. They would stuff it with. Insulation. So your eyes would now. Although you don't look too beat up, you're very reactive.
Yeah. Because and I think that's how they found it out. Is like the trainer went to go thank the guy, and like you know how like they just grabbed the top of the gloves. He grabbed the top of the gloves and squeezed it, and he's like at the end of the fight, he's like, this guy's fucking cheating. Check his gloves right now, and boom, they caught him, and then they arrested him for assault.
That's assault. I was going to say, in hockey, so in hockey, this will be the last thing we get to. It all comes full circle. We love some hockey. But in hockey, so I've asked you this question before while we watched hockey games. Because they get into fights and stuff like that. And I'm like, what happens if someone knocks you out in front of your town, in front of your family, whatever? What, like, if you did that to me, I'm not joking. My friends would fucking slash your tires. They'd whoop your ass. And you'd never literally be able to leave your house without one of my friends beating you up. That's how that would work. But Austin Matthews from the Toronto, I think he's from Toronto or Ottawa?
He's Canadian.
Austin Matthews.
Toronto or
so funny.
Ontario,
he's a great
Ottawa,
guy.
somewhere.
A lot of YouTube videos on this guy. He is so...
Maybe Calgary.
He's so funny. He's a wonderful hockey player. He's literally making a mockery of people. He is so talented. But yeah, he was saying, he was like, that's flat out assault if you do that. And you will go to jail, you know, if you do that kind of shit. Thank you so much.
That is how it is. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, well, it depends how you are, because some of it is sportsmanship. And for the sake of, you know, like getting emotion out of the crowd and getting a reaction out of certain people. But at the same time, it can be, you know, like you're cheating.
I'm
or
glad you go to jail for that shit.
or
You
like-
hit somebody with your stick in the face.
Yeah, well, and
Asshole.
you cannot do
Fucking
that, dude.
asshole.
Todd Bertuzzi was a big one in hockey. He would hit people in the back of the head, like with the bridge of his stick, just bam, knock them out, end their career. And it's like, yeah, you got to pay up for that, dude. Like, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, you go to jail for attempted murder. I mean, it can go that far up. I'm sure they have great lawyers. But,
depending on how vulnerable somebody is, yeah, dude. Yeah.
well, our wings are here. Our time is up.
I think it's...
Our
yeah.
beers are cold. I had a great time doing this. Do you have anything that you want to pimp other than your show Funny to Informing, which is out once a week?
Yeah, Funny to Informing. The 2 is T.O.
We just did
Google it.
We just did an episode with me last week, and then you guys have another one coming after the soccer game, which premiered. This is start night for soccer here in Orlando.
Yeah, so it's opening day.
Huge thing in Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando City Soccer has their opening day today, and Coleman, you know, he would be on the episode here with us,
He's
as he usually
pre-gaming.
is.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Is he?
He's tailgating, and then he's going to turn up at the match.
Hey,
but we're going to...
Coleman asked for very little. I'm giving whatever. I don't even care.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I always love to have him here. He's wonderful. I mean, his jokes are hilarious. I got nothing bad to say about him. He's one of my best friends. But this is his thing.
It really is. He gives me all the updates of, because I'm a big fan of the team, but I can't always afford to go out there or have the time to do it. So I'm glad
he puts his money, his time, his effort into this. This is one of his favorite things, and he absolutely deserves his day. And I hope his team wins.
He'll send me videos from the game, and like hopefully he doesn't throw out his voice because he's screaming a lot in the
Orlando's gonna be fun today. We're downtown.
Yeah.
We're right downtown. We're We are right downtown.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're into cars and stuff, there's like a classic car show around here, and like,
Yeah, they're not gonna
like,
hear us for days.
well, no, and like downtown areas, even like even if you live in fucking Tennessee or something.
Orlando's opening back up.
Yeah. Those classic car shows are actually a good time just to go around, and even if you're not into cars that much, just mosey on around, have a few drinks at a few bars, and
Well, with all that, I'm closing it down. Bert Kreischer, Mark Hamill, fuck you guys.
workforce and the
I like Mark Hamill and Jay and Silent Bob. He was good.
the
He
job
was good.
marketplace is
The
falling
cock
apart.
Yeah, man, let's have a toast. Thank you so much, dude. John, I love you to
Cheers,
death. You're one of my
dude.
all-time best friends. And, yeah, you almost did kill us in traffic that day.
Yeah, I will. That's why the pranks had to be on hold, and I don't. I have to try to practice a little bit and try to be like safer about it. I guess is the word.
And for the first time in a long time, our battery lasted both.
I think we got the whole show on video
Yeah, for once in our lives.
instead of like connection interruption.
Yeah,
or,
you have no idea. We have to go after the show. We have to go look up stuff that we talked about and put up a
I
little
know.
thumbnail or whatever. So the only thing that we'll have to do is the supervillains. What is your favorite supervillain song? Because I want to go. I want to go for a deep cut, but I like their cover album so much.
All right, so you beat me to it because I was thinking like I like their covers, but I don't want to pick a cover because I like the supervillain originals a lot. But is the song just called Resin?
Resin.
Resin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go way back?
I
All right,
love
so
that
we may
song.
not do well. We could do Resin, but we're at least going to go back to that album. That album is actually when I got into the supervillains, and we talked about following bands around on tour earlier. Coming full circle, I was following Streetlight Manifesto.
In the tri-state area?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, just up from Miami to Jacksonville. And I think I was 18 years old exactly because I remember who I was dating. She was a psychopath.
Okay.
And not only did I go see each one of the Streetlight Manifesto infamous ska bands. They're amazing. Go check them out if you're into punk rock. But Supervillains played every night with them, too. And that's when I got into the Supervillains. So I was 18 years old. I'm 33 now. Do the math. Love these guys.
I always appreciate when they have like a drummer doing the lead singing. That's fucking hard, dude.
So you know what's funny is everybody gives, and this will be the last thing I say. So everybody knows that Scart is amazing. Paulie, bought some Fonza. All the guys in Supervillains are really cool. But Dom has this reputation for being a dick. His name on either Instagram or Twitter or something is Dom is a dick. And it even says it all around town, Dom's a dick or whatever. He has been nothing but cool to me. Scott gave us permission to use all the supervillains. You remember that in Pee-wee Alley?
And I feel like Dom's handle should be Dom's honest.
Dude,
Not that he's a dick.
Well, he is.
But he's straight up
honest.
with you.
But I've ran into him several times, and I guess I do look. I usually have like blue hair and shit, but he noticed me like every time I see him, he notices me because I've been following them around since I was a fucking preteen, and he has never been mean to me ever. He's never been a dick. He's always been really, really nice. Maybe it's a joke.
He's just not going to lie to you, you know?
Why would he lie? I worship it, not worship the deal, but he's in one of my favorite bands. You know, it's hard not to be like, oh, fuck, dude, love your set, whatever. So obviously you're being cool to him. He'll be cool back to you. Maybe you got to be a dick to him, he's an over-retaliator.
I was going to say, don't flip it and start.
Because I do that.
Don't start dick-sucking Dom.
Yeah. Don't dick suck Dom. Because he'll write an album about you.
This is the most normal your hair has looked in a long time. I do have to say that.
just
Here, take
blonde.
the headphones and the hat off and show it. But
Fuck
it's
you.
usually, because you were talking about like it's blue or cotton candy colored. That's pretty normal, and I can appreciate it. That actually does not look bad at all. It's a little messy right now, obviously.
So I was sick for a couple of weeks there, and I was sitting in the house. The beard. I'm using that term loosely.
Oh, now we lost.
We lost
video.
camera. Well, that's our cue. But my facial hair was growing out. My hair was just nasty. Maybe we'll put a thumbnail up.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so funny. The only thing that we wanted to show them the entire time
Was
the camera
the hair.
goes out. Well, yeah. And it's going to be green tomorrow because that's what my daughter wants to do.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're all going to dye her
So
green.
I have to get a photo before that happens so I can pop it up.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
At the Hideaway, man, thank
With
you again.
Tom Petty.
We will do a cheers even though they can't see it, but thank you so much, John. I really have a great time with you, and I can't wait to eat some wings.
Always is. And I mean, we didn't do a show last week, so for us to kind of bang
Put out
two
a double
out.
feature.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, that was my fault. Work's been crazy because no one wants to work.
Ah, it is what it is. What can you? Nobody wants to work. Stimmy checks and people are getting paid to stay home and playing. The
Why
stock
would you want to
markets.
work?
I don't blame them, but
Hey,
I'm
everybody
not,
else stay home. You're driving my wage up $5 an
right?
hour.
You're giving me options.
Yeah, really. Holy shit. All right, man. I love you to death. Let's get to eating.
Ladies
we
and
out
gentlemen.
This